True story about Chubb Tangaroa. 50-50 drawing. They did the 50-50 drawing in Decatur. Chubb calls timeout, steps off the mound, goes back to second base, lifts the base up, pulls the tickets out. He won the 50-50. True story. Congrats to all the inductees, and congrats to the committee who chose them. You picked great softball people, but even better people in general. And that's what the game's about, is the people that we meet and the people that you stay in contact with and the people that you don't, that you see at functions like this. I have the pleasure of playing with 3 of the players and 4 Doc. 6 of the 7 inductees have great eyesight. I'll let you pick the guy who didn't. Hey, I'm not playing anymore, but I guarantee you that pitch was a foot outside. Growing up, I knew David from the time we were knee-high. My dad was an umpire, so I can say that. And David's dad was a catcher. And in Illinois, it was very similar to Kelso. Every small town had a team. And every weekend we went to a tournament somewhere, and David and I were playing hot box and wiffle ball and chasing foul balls, and just that's where we were raised. And I can't think of a better place to be raised than at a ballpark. After the game, you would go to somebody's car, and all the coolers would come out. And it's amazing, the first week of the season, we heard the same story as the last week of the season, only it was embellished a little bit more. I played with and against David for 15 years. We were roommates when we played in Decatur together. And David was the best roommate ever because all he did was eat, sleep, and play softball. He taught me one of the biggest things about the game of softball was to find a free meal. We would always find our parents somewhere and get a free meal for the weekend. They told me not to say anything about stats in the email that I received, but I have to bring up one stat. David had 27 walks in the ISC. Now, he might have been the hardest guy to walk I know. Because when he was playing for Pencore and I was playing with Decatur, we tried to hit him at least once a game. And we threw behind him once, and I swear to God he turned around and swung at us. Another good thing about David, well, 2 things about David. One was, you never want to tell David anything that you didn't want somebody else to know, because he's chatty Cathy. In the beer tent, it was everybody knew. And the other thing is that most of you that played with him know is that he really likes Bath and Body Works. I think it's sun-ripened raspberry. Was what he used to put that lotion on before a game. Sun-ripened raspberry. My good friend David Boyce. I always felt you had to smell good to play good. There's nothing wrong with that. I want to thank everybody for this special day for me and for all the fellow inductees, Shotzi, Brian Marty, 2 teammates. Very special group. When I found out I was going to be inducted, obviously I was elated, and to see the group I was included with was made it even more special. Ron Brinkman, I don't remember an ISC when you weren't there. What a classy umpire and individual. He never, always smiled, always friendly. You know, most umpires, or not all umpires, didn't like speaking to the players. Ron always did, especially me, the chatty cat, like Pat told me. It's always neat to be able to mingle with your teammates, with your competitors, and with the umpires. He's always been a special. Doc, I never got a chance to play with Doc. I was close a couple times, I never did. But Doc was one of the toughest managers I ever had to go against because I played against Doc his first couple years. He was actually a really good player. He was a third baseman, but he knew how to get infielders out of position. And it always wreaked havoc on me because, you know, the toughest play for a shortstop is when you have a guy on second and a fake bunt steal. Doc always tested me on that play. I'd always look over the corner of my eye. That's why I started wearing Oakleys, to see if he was going to test me, because he loved that play. It's such a tough play for a shortstop because you're on a dead run. You got to find the bag, find the throw. The throw has to be perfect, and take the guy out. Everything had to be perfect. And Doc loved to take advantage of that play. So, Doc, congratulations. I'm very happy for you. Brian emailed me last week. He said, David, he said, you're going to be in the ISC. He says, we could use another player. You want to play? I said, Brian, I haven't played in 4 years. He goes, well, that's okay. He says, we got a game this weekend. Come on, play with me. I thought about it until I saw the YouTube video of Folkart throwing at 85. And I said, I'm good. So it was fun watching you play last night, Brian. It really was. I wish you all the best. Shotzi, my goodness, most of my career was with Shotzi. What a talent, what a player. Shotzi played outfield. He even played first base. You look at Shotzi, you say, first base? He's 5'7". That's the best first baseman I've ever had. Unbelievable player. Just a fantastic teammate. It was just incredible teammate. So congratulations to all of you. It's truly an honor to be included in the same class with all of you. My first ISC, I just want to talk briefly about that, was 1990. I was with Penn Court. It's actually my second. My first one is actually a player at. And we were in Victoria, British Columbia, and it was an unbelievable tournament. 8,000 people. Just extremely volatile crowd, as you know, anybody's been to Victoria. I'm going to list the pitchers we had to face in succession. And you guys might recognize them from the program, because I think all of them are Hall of Famers but one. Our first game was against Steve Jackson, Kiwis, Jacko. You guys remember him, very crafty right-handed pitcher. Second pitcher was Darren Zach. Darren was up and coming at the time. We knew then that, this guy's going to be really, really good. Third pitcher was Michael White. Fourth, Pieknik. Pieknik was pitching for Payless. He was the host team. They had us beat 3-0 in the sixth inning. And luckily, they kind of coughed it up. But anyway, then we had Pete Meredith, Jimmy Moore, and Jimmy Moore. And why we faced Jimmy Moore 3 times? Because we actually beat him in the winner's bracket final and knocked him out in the second inning. They hooked him. We went on to beat him, and we run with him. Needless to say, they came back and beat us twice in the final. It just goes to show anything can happen this week. It's just an incredible event that nothing else matches. That Penn Court team that I just mentioned had 7 Hall of Famers. I was just reading through the program. 7 Hall of Famers on that team. They had 1. They had guys that we never heard of. We lost 2 games in walk-off fashion in 9 innings. And it just, I realized that this week is just incredible, incredible week. We had our chances that game. We had bases loaded twice, and Jimmy Moore just found a way to just beat us. It's just incredible talent. If you guys remember Jimmy, and you Seattle people, Jimmy Dean, I remember him very well from that week. He was smiling from ear to ear, as well he should be. That was quite a team he put together. We didn't know a single guy on that team besides Jimmy Moore, but guess what? They were world champions. Very well done. Just quickly, I want to talk about coaches I played for. First coach I had was Russ Boyce, the late Russ Boyce. Shotzi mentioned him. What an incredible human being. Funny, charismatic, loved his one-liners. He had a nickname for every player. Just a fun guy to play for, and obviously a Hall of Famer. Gail Kurtz is the one that brought me to Sioux City. I was a young kid, not really a lot of experience. My 1 year with Decatur, Gail called me in the winter and said, hey, I want you to play shortstop for Penn Court. I'm like, really? Is this a trick call? But I did, and I never looked back. It was the greatest decision I ever made. I was able to play with some just unbelievable talent and travel around the world and do what I love to do. It wasn't uncommon for us to play 120 games in a year. I think 1 year we were 113-7. And we played everybody's best. When you played Penn Court, they loaded up just to try to play it, as Doc can attest. The team was really, really special. Denny Brucker, Denny, Hall of Fame coach in the back. I played 4 or 5 years with Denny. We talked last night. Every year Denny and I played on the same team, we won a championship. So Denny, thank you. One thing playing with Denny Brucker, you knew that your team was going to be loaded. Denny always put together an incredible talented team. When we were injured, we thought, oh, what are we going to do? Denny would find another guy. Denny, thank you so much for letting me be a part of your team. It's really an honor to play for you. Pete Purcelli, kind of a sore subject for a lot of people here, but I won 2 world championships with Pete Purcelli. Pete was very unique, as you all know. I'll never forget '96 when he made us wear those throwback uniforms. And we cussed him, and we said, you gotta be kidding, Pete, we're gonna do this. Not only do we wear them in opening ceremonies, but we actually had to play a game in them. But it turned out pretty good, didn't it, Shotzi? It was just a fun time in our lives. Shotzi was kind of the guinea pig. He went in '95, and Pete kept calling, and I said, nah, I'll wait and see how Shotzi likes it. Shotzi said, yeah, it's pretty good, so I went down and played 3 more years. So anyway, enough rambling from me. I want to thank you all. I want to thank my friends, my family for coming up. Thanks, guys. Being 30 minutes late, like normal. Thank you so much. But truly, it's a special day for all of us. We're all unique here. We all love this game, or love somebody that loves this game, and it's been a great game for me and all of you. So, thank you very much.
Congratulations, David. And Pat, thanks for leading the David Boys roast, or no, excuse me, the induction. Pat, stay food.